Hi, today Assistant Professor Deshmukh Madhuri Biocell tutorials present bacterial cell. Students, welcome all of you in the world of Biocell tutorial. So let us start. So introduction about the bacterial cell. All the bacteria are, we know that they are unicellular organism which reproduce by the binary fission. Most of the bacteria are capable of the independent metabolic existence and growth, but species of the chlamydia and rickettsia are obligatory intracellular organism. Bacterial cells are extremely small and are most conveniently measured in a microns. Bacterial cells are usually between 0.4 and 1.5 micrometer in short diameter. Cell morphology. Bacteria have the characteristic shapes. The common microscope morphologies are they might be spherical shape, rod shape, comma shape means vibrio, spiral shape means spirulium, and spherical or ovoid shape means cocci, diplococci. Some cocci characteristically grouped in a pair or a chain. Some form the grape-like clusters of the spherical cells, and some shows the round cocci forms a cubic packet. Bacterial cells of other species grow separately. The microscopic appearance is therefore valuable in classification and diagnosis. Just wait. This is the structure of bacterial cell. Students, we can observe here, this is the bacterial cell, prokaryotic cell. The protoplasm or protoplast, that is the whole body of living material, protoplasm, is bounded peripherally by a very thin elastic and semi-permeable cytoplasmic membrane. Outer and closely covering these lies are rigid supporting cell wall which is porous and relatively permeable. So let us discuss about the cell wall. The cell wall encases the protoplast and lies immediately external to the cytoplasmic membrane. It is 10 to 25 nanometer in thickness, strong and relatively rigid, though with some elasticity and openly porous, being freely permeable to the solute molecules smaller than 10 kD in a mass and 1 nanometer in diameter. It shows granular structure and lack of microfibrils. Gram positive and gram negative bacteria have different types of bacterial cell wall. Gram positive cell wall, the gram positive type is relatively thick, about 30 to 100 nanometer, and it generally has a simple uniform appearance under the electron microscope. Some 40 to 80% of the wall is made up of tough complex polymer and it is made up of peptidoglycan. In this type of the cell wall, the sacculus consists of the multi-layered peptidoglycan. During the growth develops by the inside to outside mechanism. It is covalently bounded to peptidoglycan and the compounds are teconic acid, typically polymers, glycerol phosphate or ribitol phosphate also substituted. In some bacteria like Mycobacterium, the wall contains lipid, while in others, strain of the Streptococcus, it contains carbohydrate. The composition of the wall can vary with the growth condition. For example, in Bacillus, the availability of phosphate affect the amount of the cell wall teconic acid. Gram-negative bacteria are some chemically complex, thinner and less compact. Peptidoglycan makes up only 5 to 20% of the cell wall and is not the outermost layer. The peptidoglycan of gram-negative bacteria is located between the plasma membrane and the outer LPS membrane. This LPS membrane is similar to the plasma membrane but is less permeable and is composed of lipopolysaccharides. Now let us discuss about the plasma membrane of the bacterial cell. Plasma membrane in bacteria is composed of the phospholipid, contains a polar group attached to a 3-carbon glycerol backbone. There are also 2 fatty acid chain from the outer carbons of the glycerol. The phosphate end of the molecule is hydrophilic and is attracted to the water. The fatty acid are hydrophobic. Membrane also contains the protein. Typically 20 to 30% membrane. Most of them are placed in the membrane so that the hydrophobic amino acid associate with the lipid in this membrane and the hydrophilic amino acids are outside the membrane interacting with either the cytoplasm. Function: the plasma membrane is selectively permeable in that it helps control what moves into and out of the cell. Extracellular structure: so fimbriae or pili are the extracellular structure of the bacterial cell. Fimbriae or pili are elongated hair-like proteinaceous structure which project from the cell surface. They are specifically on those of the gram-negative cells. Fimbriae are typically 2 to 3 nanometer in diameter and forms 0.1 micrometer to several micrometer in length. They may occur all over the cell and may be localized. So friends, we can observe here these hair-like structure extension that is called as a fimbriae and pili. These are called as a pili. 2 to 3 flagella also shown here, and this is the genetic material of bacterial cell. Okay. Now let us discuss about the flagella. Flagella made up of a class of linear protein called as a flagellin. Flagella which arise at the various points on the cell surface. Flagellated bacteria are described as a monotrichous and lithotrichous. Slime layer. The capsule of most of the bacteria consists of the polysaccharides. The bacteria of the single species can be classified in different capsule serotypes based on the fine chemical structure of these polysaccharides. Intracellular structure. Plasmid is called as an extra chromosomal material which is present in the bacteria. The term plasmid was first introduced by the American molecular biologist Joshua Lederberg in 1952. The plasmid is short, usually circular and double-stranded segment of the DNA. This is found in cytoplasm, separate from the main bacterial chromosome. Their size is varies from 1 kilo base pair to or 100 kilo base pair. Plasmids are capable for autonomous replication. Plasmids can transfer the genes from one cell to the another cell. This is the bacterial DNA and these are the plasmids. Let us discuss about the ribosomes. The cytoplasm contains a large number of the solute, low and high molecular weight substances, RNA, and approximately 20,000 of ribosomes per cell. Bacteria have a 70 S types of ribosomes, showing the subunits of 50 S and 30 S. What is the function of ribosomes now? The ribosomes as the organelles and which is useful for protein synthesis. Now let us discuss about the mesosomes. Mesosomes are convoluted or a multi-laminated membranous bodies visible in the electron microscopes. They develop complex invagination of cytoplasmic membrane into the cytoplasm. Functioning is the compartment of DNA at the cell division and the sporulation, having a function analogous to the eukaryotic cell, providing a cell membrane support for respiratory enzyme. Now let us discuss about the nucleoid. The nucleoid is the region of cytoplasm where the chromosomal DNA is located. It is not the membrane bound nucleus but simply an area of the cytoplasm where the strands of the DNA are found. Most of the bacteria have the single circular chromosome that is responsible for the replication, but few species have two or more. Smaller circular auxiliary DNA strands called as a plasmid are also found in the cytoplasm. Okay, my dear students, for watching this video and concentration. If you have any query, doubts regarding to the bacterial cell, so students, you can ask me freely or comment in comment box. So see you tomorrow. Till then, bye bye. Have a good day. Thank you.